Hello Flosstube, I'm Nicole and this is DDs Flosstube Season 3, Episode 3. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the little bell icon beside it, and then that way you won't miss out on any future posts. This channel is a multi-craft channel and today's video is all about cross stitch, and I'm going to talk about the things that I've worked on, the things that I've got coming up, some plans, no haul, and all the rest of it. Alrighty, so where to start? If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for joining me again and taking some time out of your day. I do appreciate you being here. I'm a little bit all scattered today for some reason. I'm all over the shop. I woke up late. I think that's just put me in a bit of a tailspin. I don't normally sleep in. I can't even tell you the last time I slept in. I mean, I do sleep in if I stay up until like 3 o'clock in the morning, but yeah, like if I go to bed at a normal hour, I don't normally sleep in. But anyway, needless to say, I slept in this morning and now I'm chasing my tail. So let's just get into it. All right, so I have worked on the stats for this week. Well, this fortnight, because I missed last Friday. It was my birthday and I spent the day with my husband. I actually had to work. I was driving the truck. He wasn't feeling the best, but we had a pre-booked job, so I had to go with him. And I got myself a bracelet. Well, I didn't get myself. He got me a bracelet with an infinity symbol on it. So, or the number 8 if you hold it that way. I got that. I got a lovely candle from my daughter, and for my other daughter I got a hand lotion that smells like lavender that I use every night. So they're the Tilly brand. I love that brand. So they always get me that sort of stuff for my birthdays and Mother's Day and Christmas and all that sort of stuff. Sorry about the car going past. That was a very loud one. Yeah, so I had a nice day, just relaxed, and then I spent some time with some friends on Zoom, and yeah, it was a great birthday to say the least. A lot of people sent me birthday wishes, which was lovely. Thank you very much for all those that reached out on Instagram, all the socials, and email and all the rest of it, and sent me a birthday wish. I really do appreciate it. But yeah, not much else has happened. Oh, I spoke to Mia that day too. She gave me a call to wish me happy birthday, which was really nice. And she made me a card while we're on the phone together. She'll give that to me when she comes up in the school holidays, which is not far away. So we're looking forward to seeing her for a few days. Yeah, other than that, I've just been working, making project bags, getting stuff in order, ready for the silly season. Yeah. I was looking forward to going to a retreat in October, in the middle of October, down to New South Wales. That's not happening. Yeah, there's lots of things going on that aren't happening, that were going on and now aren't happening. So yeah, it's just been a crazy week, a couple of weeks. So for that couple of weeks, I have worked on 5 whips and had 1 new start. So that's exciting. A new start, something a little bit different. I did take the day off before my birthday. I had that day off and I taught myself something new. So I'm very excited about that, and that is my new start. So as I said, I have worked on 5 whips, 3 of which were Hayes. So I've actually got a lot of stitches into a couple of them. So I'm pretty excited about that too. All right, so let's just get stuck into the stitching. I'll start off with what I worked on. So the first one that I worked on, and these aren't in any particular order, is Autumn Queen, and I've just got to grab my tablet to bring up the picture for that. Where is it? There it is. Okay, so for those that don't know what it looks like, that is the, I'm just trying not to get the reflection on it, that is the chart that I'm working on. Okay, she's called Autumn Queen, and it is by Bridget Ashwood, I think it is. Let me just check that. Sorry, I normally have this written down. Yeah, Bridget Ashwood, and it is 575 by 718. It's max colors. It's got 237 colors in it, and yeah, it's a big one. It's a lifer. It's gonna be around for a while, but I got 380 stitches into this one, not as many as I would have liked because I kept getting interrupted, and then I lost count. Even though I was using Pattern Keeper, it didn't look right, so then I had to pull some out because it wasn't right, and then I fixed it. So oh good now. So I ended up only getting 380 stitches into it, but I'm super happy. Yeah, I'm at the moment, I'm just excuse me, I've got it parked. I don't like the parking. It's just, I've said this before, I'm stitching this on 28 count, 2 over 1 10 stitch. I just don't like the parking. I just find it gets messy, gets in the way, and I find it more confusing. Like I'm using it right with Pattern Keeper, it makes it easy, but it's just not gelling with my head. So I was working on the diagonal, and I found I was making more mistakes than not. So basically what I'm doing at the moment is, you can see here, I'm just going to work the boxes. And I think for me, because I've got people talking to me all the time, I'm helping my husband with his business, and he'll ring me and interrupt me and all that sort of stuff. I think for me, it's just going to be box by box, because then it's only 100 stitches that I have to backtrack if I've made a mistake or anything like that. So that is where I've landed with how I'm going to work my height. So I'm just going to do block by block. So you'll see over these couple that I've showed, well, the Red Dragon one, that I have been doing block by block, but the other one that I worked on, you can see I'm starting to fill in now so I can get it sorted. All right, the next one, and I'm just going to go through the height. So if anybody's not interested in heights, you'll have to fast forward a little bit. All right, so the next one that I worked on was this particular one here, Red Dragon, and I'm just up in this corner here. It is by Jasmine Beckett-Griffith, one of my favourite artists. I think I've got 3 of her Haid ones on the go. 2. I don't know. I've got a couple. I've got Wicked, Trixie and False, Red Dragon, and I think I've got another one to start of hers. I haven't started it yet, so yeah. But I got 867 stitches into this one. All right, so that is where I'm at. So it's just looking like a big blob of black. It's actually a really dark navy blue. The number off the top of my head is 9. I think it's 939. Probably really wrong, but anyway. So that is all I've done. It's just, yeah, so this is the edge of the tree here, the top of the tree, and then it's just moving over. It's really dark all over, so you're not going to see too much colour in this one for a while. And this is a new colour that'll go in, but I think it's pretty dark, and I think there's some black in there as well, so it's still going to just look like a black blob for a long time yet, because we'll get some green as we move across, but all in here, it's all a dark bluish green. It's a little bit of green here, but you're not going to see another colour until way over here, and I'm way over here, so it's going to be a while. I work on that every week, so I like to get a lot of stitching on that, and I'm trying to work on it every day. It's just not happening though, so gets a little bit frustrating. All right, the other one that I worked on, this where's my other one? Where is it? I've got a big pile of stuff here, and yeah, anyway. All right, the next one that I worked on was A Witch Away. I started this one back in May with Amy from Creativity by Gidge, and Gail is doing the diamond painting of this same chart, and we're doing all that together as a stitch along and a DP along. For those that don't know what DP is, that's diamond painting, just abbreviated. So yeah, so we're doing that. It was part of Babania that Amy done during the month of May instead of Mania. She did Babania, I think that's how you pronounce it. So that was, all of her starts were either Haid or full coverage, or just, for lack of a better word, bloody big. Like one of them I think is like 999 stitches. Like, it's huge. That's absolutely huge. But yeah, so this is the one that I worked on. This one is by Molly Harrison. I absolutely love this. I am up in this teeny weeny little corner up here. So this one, I actually got a lot of stitches into this one. actually got 1,370 stitches over the 2 weeks because I worked on it twice during the 2 weeks. And then my cat walked on it and put a mark on it, and thankfully it's full coverage, so you're not going to see it. But look at all of that. So I'm working on, all my heids are on 28 count, and they're all 10 stitch. 2 over 1 10 stitch. Okay, so if I forget to say that, that's because I'm hopeless, and I just always forget that, and I think I've lost my needle. Yes, I have. Bugger. All right, I'll have to get another one out. I've got the thread, but no needle. All right, so, and I've got a needle minder, so I don't know what happened there. So last time you seen it, I had this light pink stuff in, and I had just started putting the purple. Now, this like maybe purple colour in. Believe it or not, there is actually 3 colours in here. There is like a pale mauve, then there's like a brownish mauve, and then there's one almost similar, like a lighter brownish mauve. So there's actually 3 colours in here. I can't remember the colours that I used off the top of my head. I should probably jot those down because I only work with a couple of colours. But you can see here, this is the edge of the page, okay? And this is down, like this colour here comes down to here. So this is the bottom of the page. So oh no, so there's one more square underneath that. I think that's the bottom of the page. So I'm getting there, and I'm really liking the fact that I'm starting to fill in now. So this area here, I'll fill in all this area, and I'll come down to about here and get that all filled in. And then I'm just going to do, as I said, I'm just going to do block by block. Now, the edge of the page obviously is only 5 into the block. So, yeah, I made a couple of mistakes, so I had to pull them out. Took me a while to track. And then when I was working on this the other day, I got in here, and then I lost where I was up to, and it took me about an hour to find out, like, figure out where I was up to, because I kept miscounting and all the rest. So even though I was using pattern keeper, but like, I know that when I'm filling in, I have to do it when no one is around, because I kept misplacing. I've got a pattern now. Like, I'm fairly new to heights, so I've got a little thing now, like a little routine that I do so I don't lose my place, so I know exactly where I am on here and also on my pattern keeper. Because I found if someone spoke to me, or I was distracted in any way, like looking from the pattern to pattern keeper to check where I was at and all the rest of it, I found that I kept losing my place. So now what I do is stick my needle up where I'm at, so I'm not losing my place. Because I did that 3 times in that chart while I was filling in. The first 2 times was really easy to figure out where I was, but the more I started filling in, the more I felt like I was losing my place. And so that's where I just went, you know what, I'll just stick my needle up until I get the hang of it. And, you know, and being relatively new to it, I'm thinking that box by box is going to be a lot better for me. And that way I won't make any mistakes. So, and then it's only 100 that I have to work in. So if I'm only working that one box, and I know that, and it's not matching up, then I know that the mistake is in that box. So it's not trying to backtrack 300 or 400 stitches, it's just that box that I'm working in, and I'll just slowly work out. And, you know, that's where parking will probably come in handy. But at the same time, it just gets messy, and because I don't work on them all the time, they tend to get knotty and stuff like that if they're moved around a lot and stuff like that. So I just figured, you know what, I'll just do box by box. I will just pull out whatever threads are in that and just work with it. It might take me, you know, 6 months longer to do the chart, but at least I'm not going to be spending that, because it still will take me 6 months longer to do the chart if I'm having to backtrack all the time or pull out, like frog out stitching and stuff like that. So I'm trying to find the best method for me, and I think going box by box is probably the best way that I can go. So that are my heids. They are all on 28 count. They are all 10 stitch. Loving the 10 stitch. The coverage is great, 2 over 1. I'm really digging working on the on the 28 count. I think it's my new favorite. Like, I'd even go as far as to go up to like if it was a super dark piece, so like the Red Dragon, it's got a lot of dark colours in it, the coverage is still great on it, but I would probably even go up to a 32 count on something like that. But 2/1 on 10 stitch on 28 count is pretty good. And there's also going to be some shrinking once it gets washed and stuff like that. So yeah, and I've got a whole heap of other ones that are quite dark as well, so that I haven't started yet. So yeah. Anyway, all right, so the other one that that's just the craziness that is me and my thoughts and what whirls around in my head and all the rest of it while I'm stitching. I'm really enjoying the heights now. When I stitched Autumn Queen on 25 count, and it was 2/1 full cross. I really didn't like it. It was sitting like the floss and everything was sitting okay, but I still didn't like the count, the 25 count, because I could still see specks of white. It was my first height, and I had done 8,000 stitches on that, and then I went, you know what, I'm just pulling it. I didn't like it. I didn't want to work on it. And since I've changed over to the 28 count and done a restart, I've done a restart at the beginning of the year, I have basically really started enjoying working on it, and she stays out. So, and she's a lot smaller too, so she's a lot easier to handle. She just stays in the Q-snap, and I'm just slowly working on it. Like, I won't have to move that Q-snap for ages because I'm just working across to where I can work and keep going. And we're starting to see some imagery coming into that one, so leaves, and I'm just at the edge of the butterfly and all that sort of stuff. By the time I get to the bottom of page 1, which I was almost finished page 1 when I restarted it, you will start to see the butterfly. It is quite confetti heavy, so this one, as I said, is going to be a lifer. Most weeks I'm only getting around 500 stitches on it. If there's like a lot of block color, such as up in the border, there's a lot of black and all the rest of it, I obviously get more stitches in. But when I get down into the imagery and all the rest of it, it is quite confetti heavy, and I'm just going to persevere and take it slow. I actually got from Heaven and Earth Designs, I actually got the fabric kit and the floss kit from them, so I just got them to kit the whole thing up. It took a while to get to me, but it got to me in the end, and I'm really happy with it. I've just got it in a big Ziploc satchel bag, all the floss in that. It's all carded, it's all numbered, and I find it really, really good to work with. Now, there's 237 colours in that. I would almost need one of these things behind me to have it all, probably even 2, because some of them have got like floss rings have got like tons and tons and tons of you know, like 10, 15 skeins equivalent of the black and stuff like that. Like, I'd almost be better off just having a cone of it. But yeah, so I haven't bobbined anything up. I am actually seriously considering bobbining up the smaller amounts, because it is getting quite cumbersome with all the floss. Next time I work on her, I'll show you the floss cards and all the rest of it, for those that haven't actually purchased from them, and how they come. And I might even just do it as a floss tube extra to make it easy. That way you don't have to sit through a whole floss tube if you don't want to. Excuse me. So yeah, so there's just a little, that's just, got this big bag. My husband said, oh, we're working on that one, are we? He sees it and he's just like, oh my God, that is so much floss. But yeah, so I think I finally found my groove with the height. So time will tell, because how much I get done on them, and obviously with Which Way, I've got a lot more done on that one. But what I am going to get you to do is I'm going to put a poll up of the 2 heights that, because I'm working on 2 heights a week. So the 2 heights that you want me to work on, I'll put up 2 that you can choose from. I'm definitely working on Red Dragon every week, but I will put up another 2 that I have on the go for you to select from, and that'll be on our community tab here on our channel. And yeah, you can make your vote there. And I'm also going to do it as a poll on stories for 24 hours over the weekend. I'll probably do it for 2 days and get the results for that. So if that's something that you would like to participate in, excuse me, I've got the hiccups. They're pretty bad this morning. Not hiccups, I like reflux happening. And it's sort of making me hiccup But yeah, I'll have a poll there and you can select which whip I'm going to work on. So if there's something that you want me to see. Now I do have, I think underneath my video, underneath all my floss tubes, I have the list of my current whips of Hayes. So as I said, I will put up, I might not actually, you know what, instead of just having 2 to choose from, I'll put up my entire list for you to choose from, and then you can pick. And below that poll, there'll be a picture of all the ones that I have on the go, so you can choose which one and cast your vote. So keep an eye out for that. That'll probably go up this afternoon, which is Friday afternoon here in Australia. It'll be up there for until the end of the weekend, possibly even Monday before I get to a Hayes. I've got to quilt some stuff and binding to do. So I'll just work on small charts because my eyes are usually pretty tired. But yeah, keep an eye out for that. That's something that I'm going to be doing each week for my Hayes. All right, the next one that I worked on, enough about them, is Caterpillar Cross Stitch, Deck the Halls. Did I get it finished? No. but exciting, I'm at the top. So I am, just so for reference, I am here. So I've done all of this down here and now I'm here. So I've not got much to go. It just stays in a hoop. It's just been getting a few stitches in every now and again. So you can see I finished down here. Gingerbread, I've got to put his eyes in. That's the only thing that I've got to do down there. But other than that, it's all done. Okay, down the bottom. So I got all that done watching crappy 80s movies and crappy TV shows, and then I moved up here. So yeah, I'm into the word trees, and then I've got stocking and a couple other little motifs, and I've got a little bell over here next to the snowman to do, but it is moving along quite nicely. I'll get a few stitches into that, even if it's only 30 minutes a day. So this will definitely be finished before Christmas. Only taken 2 years. No, it hasn't taken that long. I think I started this, I don't know when I started this. I will get those stats for next time. I think it's been going for about, I didn't start it when it was a when they were doing it as a stitch along. It wasn't something that I did. So I've got my whip book here, and I will just have a look and I'll tell you when I started it. I started it in 2019, the 30th of the 9th. Or maybe I did start it with them. I think I started it a couple of weeks after they started doing it as a stitch along. And then I sort of worked on it and then set it aside, didn't really do much on it, and I've just been slowly doing it. It's just one that takes my fancy. So I just want to get it off my books now. It's been in there for a while. So basically what I'm doing at the moment, most of the stuff that you're seeing was started in 2019, and I'm trying to get that stuff finished. I mean, come on, it's been over a year. Like, I'm sure it's almost been 2 years on this one. I mean, really, that should have been done a long time ago. So this one is on this was a kit that I got from Caterpillar Cross Stitch, and it is being stitched on the Aida that come with it, which is a blue, like a sky blue Aida, and it's 16 count, using the called for colours because it came with all the threads and all the rest of it. I'm going to have a fair bit left over too, so I can just add that to my DMC. All right, the next one that I worked on, and this was another one that was started back in October of 2019. This is on T-dye 28 count even weave, which I got from 123 Stitch. It is called Cinnamon Stars, and I should probably have my notes in front of me, but that's what it's going to look like when it's done. So yeah, I worked on a little bit on that. I didn't get a great deal done on this. This was one that I only had an hour, so I just grabbed it as I walked past. I just grabbed it, and it was the one that I grabbed out. So I moved down. So last time you seen it, I just got up to the windows on the house, which is the edge of the page. Okay, I think it's one row over into the next page. So this is one page that I'm working on here. So I've just come down, started doing the flowers and all the rest of it, and the pumpkins and the fence. So this is where I'm at here, these ones here, and I've just started working the fence across. The fence goes all the way across. So yeah, not that you can really see that fence, but I think once all the flowers and everything are in there, it'll look a lot better. So yeah, and those are supposed to be pumpkins. So I got a little bit more done on that. as I said, not a great deal. It was just one that I had some spare time, so I went past and done it. All right, the next one that I worked on, this one wasn't started in 2019, and just bear with me while I find it. It'll be to the back of my whip book because it was a later part of last year. Let me see, where is it? I know it's in here. Oh, dear me. It's pretty bad when it takes you this long to find your whips. I don't know where it is. Anyway, I think I started this November last year. Yeah, here it is. Yes, I did. On the 6th of the 11th, 2020. Okay, so this is Strawberry Fields Forever. This is part of a series from Blackbird Design featuring the Beatles. So this one is, I think this one's the second one in the series. Yeah, this pattern's the second of 6. Celebrating the golden anniversary of the Beatles' first television performance on the Ed Sullivan Show. So this is Strawberry Fields Forever. I'm using the called for colours. I have swapped out that colour there for hazelnut for a similar colour. I used this for my Stitch With Me, and I got a fair chunk of stitches in it last weekend as well. Sorry, it is on the scroll. There we go. So, and I've got threads everywhere. Sorry about that as well. Like, what can you do? Like, let me just go through to the back here. Oh. And then you'll be able to see it a little bit better. Organisation skills of a gnat, I swear. Not much at all. All right, there's a couple of threads on the front. All right, so that is where I'm at. It is charging along. And I think I was saying on my Stitch With Me on Mondays. So every Monday I do a Stitch With Me. And excuse me. And I talk about the books that I've read and, you know, just general chit chat and all the rest of it, waffle on for a little while. And do some stitching. So the first Stitch With Me I did with this, I got the border finished, and then I done, you know, all this on the weekend, and then I've just started filling in the house. So I generally, like, I was doing a little bit of fill-in to make it easier, less mistakes and all the rest of it. But how gorgeous is that? Like, even if I say so myself, how gorgeous is that gate? Like, that is absolutely wonderful. It's so my favourite part of it. So what I'm doing with this one, Jenny Trask and Michelle from Shell Trails on Instagram is doing this as well. So I believe she's doing it, or maybe she encouraged us to do it. I can't remember. Sorry, Shell. I can't remember. I'm guessing that she encouraged us to do it because Michelle and I are terrible for encouraging people. So anyway, we've been doing it, and Jenny Trask has actually finished hers because she's a good girl and she finishes her stuff, but she actually did something a little bit different. So that's what I've got done. I've got a lot of fill-in stuff. So next time that I do a Stitch With Me, I'll probably end up finishing off doing the house. I'm going to do the fence and all the rest of it up here, and then I'll have stuff to do. All right, so Jenny Trask actually omitted this here, and I'm with her on that too, because I think that I don't know what that's about. I love the design, but that is the only thing that really puts me off it. So, and Jenny, the clever little chook, basically how we've got the fence over here, put the grass and fence over here. All right. And then added a strawberry, this strawberry here, down to come down a little bit further. So she extended a vine and it come down. And then there's one here that, like, the leaf is gone. Like, it's not finished. Like, anyway, and there's enough room to finish it. So she finished that too. And that was the other thing that sort of done my head in. So basically what I'm doing is I'm copying Jenny, and I've already spoken to her. She said it was okay. And doing that. So yeah, I don't like it. I mean, maybe if it was different colours, I don't know. But yeah, I just don't like it. And it just looks, I don't know, what is it? Is it soil? Is the strawberry plant being pulled out of the ground? Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Anyway. I don't mean to poo-poo caca on the design. I mean, not everything in a design is going to be to someone, like everybody's taste. And obviously it's not to mine and Jenny's taste. So, yeah, so basically what she's done is she's just put that over here as well, and then it just looks like a fence beside it. And it looks really good. And if I can, I think I've got a screenshot of it. I will insert the picture so you can... if I don't, I'll have to go and find one and I'll put it in next time I work on it. So, yeah, so I'm pretty happy with the progress on that. Like, it's coming along really well. And I was saying in the Stitch With Me, it was quite quick. Like, I was surprised how quick that stitches together. Like, even the border just went together really easy and all the rest of it. All right, the next thing, which, that's all my whips. That's what I've worked on. As I said, apart from that one, most of them have been started over in 2019. So I'm just trying to get those ones that are almost finished. They're from 2019 and just get them off my books and out of my whip pile. I haven't really been starting a lot of stuff. You probably would have noticed that I haven't. I've started 2 new things in the last few months. One was from the last issue of Down the Rabbit Hole magazine, which if you haven't got your copy yet, why not? Head over and get it. There's some amazing little charts in there and some bigger ones as well. Yeah, head over and grab your copy of that. It's only $6.95 and you get over 55 pages of stitchy goodness. There are 9 designers all up in there. There's a couple of articles, and yeah, so head over and grab that. While I'm talking about the Down the Rabbit Hole magazine, we have, but like a couple of people have commented or sent me messages asking about subscriptions. I'm still trying to work on that, so we've got bundles there for you, so you can. I'm trying to work out a way that I can do it, so bear with me. I'm not exactly the most tech savvy person on the face of the planet, so I'm trying to work out the best option for us. I'm just doing a little bit of research now. I'm hoping by the time the summer issue comes out, I will have that sorted. But in the meantime, what we've done is we've actually put bundles together. So we have the first 4 issues bundled together, okay, at a discounted price for you. So if you are a new customer, grab hold of that, because that gives you all the issues and you get a great discount as well. I think it works out that you get issue 1 for like $1. $1.50 or something like that. So head over and or $1.95. Head over and have a look at that and check out the bundles. I have actually created another tab on the website for bundles, so you can see that there. We have a few other things in the pipeline for the magazine as well, a few added extra articles and stuff like that. So if you haven't yet got it, head over, grab that. If you haven't got the latest issue is up there as a single purchase as well, if you don't want to get the other ones. But there are a couple of series, so if you are a new customer, just know if you're attracted to 1 or 2 of the patterns in there, a few of them have been series, so like they're seasonal series, so you will have to get the other issues to grab those. But some of the designers may be adding their designs from the first issue up on their websites really soon, so keep an eye out for that as well. I am getting better at the Instagram. I'm doing it. I'm trying to do it every second day, put up a picture of what's in there and all the rest of it. So you can always go over and follow us at Down the Rabbit Hole magazine, and you can see what is actually in the magazines. I do flashbacks and stuff like that as well. All right, so the next thing that I worked on, which was a new start. So this is from Thursday last week, the day before my birthday. I took the day off. I went, bugger it, I'm having the day off, because I knew I was going to work my birthday. I like to have my birthday off and just do things for me. I know that sounds selfish, but I don't care. And I've said that to my family as well. I don't care. It's my day. I don't care. It's my own personal new year. So on my birthday, I have a tradition where I have the day off. I do something for me. I like to learn something new, and I set my next year goals. Okay, so a lot of my goals this year are quite personal. So the ones that you know, the things that I want to achieve, what I want to learn, what I want to change, and all that sort of stuff. So they're quite personal. I don't often share them with people. It's more about personal growth and stuff like that. Because what I believe is that your birthday is your own personal new year. Yes, I celebrate New Year, the calendar year, with everybody else, but this is my personal new year. So this is a great time for me to reflect on the year that has been, what I can change in that, to grow as a person. Not necessarily to do personal growth or anything like that, but just things that I want to work on for me. So it's quite personal, and it's a time of reflection and all the rest of it. It's a tradition that I've done for myself. I don't know if anybody else does it, but it's my own personal tradition. And basically for me, it is about personal growth, things I want to achieve, and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, I've got my work goals, like I want to do this, that, and the other. You know, I reflect on the things that my goals from the previous year, what I achieved, what I didn't, what I can move on, like get rid of, because it wasn't great for my life, or it wasn't going to work or anything like that. Other things that I've worked on, like being a better person towards other people, because I mean, hey, we all have lapses and all the rest of it. You know, I'm called spade a spade. We all are a shit person at times, and it doesn't matter who you are. You can be a shit person at times. So you know, I reflect on that, things that I would like to change. So for instance, last year, one of my goals was to be a better friend to the friends that I had. So make sure I get quite busy, and I get in my own head, and I get in my own bubble, and I get into my own little universe, and I forget to check in with my friends, and I forget that people aren't like me. I am quite happy to be on my own, and quite happy to be in my own little world and all the rest of it. It is my security blanket. No one can hurt me. I've done it since I was a kid, because I've had a shitty childhood and all the rest of it. But that's neither here nor there. So I've always been comfortable in my own skin. I've gone into my own little world and stuff like that. And I've noticed over the years that, and I've been working on this for quite some time, I try to be a better person to check in. So basically with social media and the pandemic and all that sort of stuff, it brought it to the forefront and all the rest of it. So I've been trying to be a better friend and check in with my friends and stuff like that more often. And yes, I've still not been great at it, but I'm getting better at it. And you know, and it can be just a simple text message, you know, every second day or once a week, depending on the friend, depending how much time you spend with that friend and all the rest of it. But I always try to check in. You know, I've got friends that I see on a regular basis. Then I've got friends that I only see once every couple of months and all the rest of it. But I'd at least like to check in once a month with them and just say, hey, how you traveling? Is everything okay? Is there anything I can do? Do you need any help with anything? And, you know, a lot of time I can't do stuff, but at least I'm extending that offer so they know that that person's there, and you know, I'm here if you need me. So that's sort of the things that I set for myself. So one of the other things that I like to do as well is set myself an educational thing. So last Thursday, I woke up and I went, right, I am going to teach myself how to do heart hanger. So I have been oohing and ahhing over Miss Gail Phillips's heart hanger for months now, and been very, very intimidated by it, I would say would be the best word for it. So I don't know why, but I get like that when I need to learn new things. I'm sure that you guys can understand that too. That little bit of fear that you're going to fail and all the rest of it. But I really like the look of heart hanger. I've always admired it. Up until I think 5 years ago, I didn't even know what it was called. And I learnt about it from another friend that used to come and do classes here when I did classes. But she does it, and she was going to teach me, but you know, time and had Mia here and all the rest of it. I think I first learned about it back in 2015. So I did know that it was there, but I didn't know what it was called. Anyway, she enlightened me. Thank you, Linda. She enlightened me what it was. So I come across a couple of books and some needlework magazines from way back when and all the rest of it. And I've misplaced. I ordered one from the UK, which was actually from the designer, and I had a little note in it from her husband and all the rest of it. I've put it away somewhere safe. that safe that I can't find it. It's in the studio. I just don't know where. Anyway, this is the piece that I'm going to be making. I never start things small. Anybody that knows me knows I go big or go home. So this is what I'm making, and it's not that big. It is, the finished project is on 22 count, which is what I'm working on. Is almost 25 inches by 12, almost 12 inches, 11 and a half. So that is it there. It's, I'm making this for my dressing table. And because there is no way on God's green earth am I putting this in the public areas with my family. And then even in my room, I'm going to get a piece of plastic to put over the top of it to protect it, because it's going to take me forever to do it. I'm going to be like my grandmother and have plastic over everything. You look out, couch, it's coming. Oh God, just have flashbacks to my childhood, sitting in summer, sitting on the couch and sticking to it because she had plastic on it. Oh my goodness. Who can relate? Who went to their grandmother's house and they had plastic over their furniture? Like, I'm all for keeping stuff clean, but that's just ridiculous. But I will be putting some plastic over this because, like, it is on my dressing table, and I put my makeup on in there and all the rest of it. So I don't wreck it. I don't want to have to restitch it. So, yeah. So, anyway, that is the piece. It is called Delicate Daisies. It is in the cross stitch and needlework, America's Favorite. It's from 2007. So, that's the front cover. I got this off a D-Stash site a couple of years ago. And that there is another one that I'm going to do as well. I'm actually I've got some pearl thread coming. I just mind blank, so I'll be able to do that. I really like that. That's actually like a variegated. I don't think I'll be doing it in those colours. But yeah, there's some amazing, I don't know if they actually have all the pictures of the stuff that they've got, but this has actually got some pretty amazing stuff in it, just looking back at it. And it's from 2017. It's like taking a little journey. Anyway, now I've lost my page. All right, so I actually still have this in the frame. Okay. Now, for someone that's not really neat on the back of her work and all the rest of it with cross stitch, I'm really making sure that I'm doing it right with this one. So I went on to Needlebug is the YouTube channel that I went and sussed it out. And what she was doing, like, now this is going to be interesting because it's white. Okay, so there we go. I don't know if you can see that. There we go. All right, so that's what I've done so far. Obviously, I'm just doing the cluster blocks at the moment. I did have to ask Miss Gail a question because on the pattern I was quite confused. It said, and I think I can show you this without showing you the, yeah, I can. All right, so, okay, this here, all right, is a blanket stitch, and that's what it's saying it is. It's buttonhole stitch, sorry. Okay, both of them. Now, on the chart, and I could probably show you just a little bit of the chart. So, on the chart, you can see here that it's got the blue there, and then on the outside, it's got the blue there, okay? So, I was a little bit confused because this bit here is on the inside. So, this is all blank, okay? So, you can see it's on each side. Okay, and but there's no line around it, and when you look at the outside one, there's a line. Okay, so I had to ask Miss Gail, does that mean that I do buttonhole stitch in the center? But no, it's just an extended cluster block. So then I'll work that out. I can get on with it, and that's all in white. But I'm super happy. It was quite relaxing to do. So I'm really looking forward to doing my first piece, and I have a whole heap of other ones that I have. I've got on my tablet that I got off Etsy. I think I got them. I can't remember exactly where I got them from. But one of the other ones that's going to be a new start once I get I'm going to keep going with that one. And it goes pretty quick. That was only a couple of hours. Like, there was 2 hours in me watching people do it, and then there was a couple of hours of me actually working on it. And the next piece that I'm going to do, which is actually for my bed, where's the picture of it? So this is Mary Hickett Designs hard hanger embroidery. It's called Delicate Dreams. There we go, it's opened up. Okay, so that is it there. And I just like the colour of it, the colours of it. So I've got that floss all coming, and I've got to get some more fabric. But I have been informed that I can do it on, and I don't have to just do it on 22 count. I was saying I can do it on 28 count. I can do it on whatever count I want. So my first piece I'm doing on 22 count, and I'll probably stick with 22 count because I got a big chunk of it. And this one is only 13.5 inches square, so 34 centimeters for those playing in centimeters on that. But that is so pretty, and so that's going to be for my room, because I'm thinking of actually changing my room up to into like farmhouse, country farmhouse type, yeah, like chic. I don't know. Anyway, and the other one that I want to do is that I have in plan to do is, if it opens up, it's not going to open up. Let me try that again. Okay, so there's 2 different colorways in this one. It's essentially the same chart, but there's just 2 different colorways. I'm actually, obviously, like, I'm not a pink girl, but this one here it's only small too. So hang on, how big is it? It doesn't actually say what the finish size is, but the fabric size you need is a 14-inch square. So it's only going to be small, and I've got 2 bedside tables. So I thought that I could do that for my bedside tables, which is very similar to the cushions that I want to do. I'm going to do 2 cushions for my bed. So yeah, so they are my plans for the foreseeable future for the heart hanger. But I was super excited. I was so proud of myself to actually learn something, and yeah, I'm super excited to keep going with it and get it all sorted and all the rest of it. As I said, I'm just waiting on some floss to come. I only had a couple of skeins here, but I ordered some more skeins, so they should be here today or Monday, which is good. All right, now the other thing that I have spoken about is the Readly app. Okay, this is coming into plan as well. So the Readly app is an app that has magazines on it, and all sorts of magazines, not just cross-stitching magazines. So it is a really good app for those that don't have the budget to buy magazines but want to get the latest magazines. So I'm just opening it up for you. So basically what happens is, and hopefully I can show you, I wish I had a smaller iPad tablet now. So you can see here that these are the magazines there. This is my account. So this is just the homepage. So it's got everything on it. So you see it's quilting, there's some cooking, there's radio times. Don't know what that is. I'll have a look at that. It looks like it's got fishing stuff on the it's got That's Life on there, Money Magazine, all the stuff that you can get. Okay, so I'm just trying to get, all right. Okay, so basically, I don't know why I clicked on that, but I get it because it has all the quilting magazines from, the United States and England and here in Australia as well. It's got, you just cross stitch and all the rest of it. Now I pay $11.99 a month for that. That is actually US, so it ends up to be about $15-16. Okay, it's part of my crafting budget and reading budget. So like it's even got Hello Magazine, Good Food, and a whole heap of other stuff. And there's all different genres that you can look at. It's got women's health, you name it, it's on here. I think there's they claim to have over 5,000 magazines. Anyway, it's even got stuff from I'm guessing Spain. Italy. I have no idea. Maybe Italy. I don't know. I'd have to open it up and have a look. So I had a question. I was talking about it, and someone said to me that they were having, like, they could only print out the screen. Okay, so you can't save it as a PDF, the magazine. So you sort of, if you like something, print it off. And I'm going to show you how to do that really quickly and what size it comes out. All right, so let me just find. So World of Cross Stitching, okay, is one that I've just recently looked at. I am actually starting, when I find it, just bear with me for a second. Here it is. All right, so I am actually going to be starting this one here. It's a bee mandala. I love bees. Now, I actually have a finish in mind for this, and I found the perfect finish template for it and all the rest of it. I will share that in coming videos. So I'm actually going to be starting this in the next week or so. I've just got to get my floss together and my fabric together, and that is absolutely gorgeous. It is by Doreen Jones. Okay, and it's called A Hive of Activity. It is in the March 2021 the World of Cross Stitching. So it's in the March 2021 World of Cross Stitching, page 36 for those playing at home. Okay, but it is, come on, what are you doing? Okay, but that is what it looks like. Okay, so a couple of people, actually two people, one sent me an email and another lady sent me a message. I think she commented on the thing saying that she couldn't, it's only a screen, you can't save it as a PDF. Now, no, you can't save it as a PDF, but this is the size of the printout when you print it off. This is off my phone. This is not off my tablet because I have it on both my tablet and my phone. Okay, and this is the size, so on an A4. So it's not as big as an A4, as big as the magazine itself, but it's still pretty good. Okay, I'm not going to show you the pattern. You can, I can maybe show you just a corner. That doesn't really make any sense. Just bear with me for a second. And when it prints out the pattern, and I just print it out in black and white. You can print it out in color. I just personally print it out in black and white. So I'm just going to show you a little corner of it. You won't even be able to make out what that is. Okay, so that is how it prints out. Now, it prints out the same size as this, but it's pretty clear. I'll get it up nice and close for you. Okay, it's pretty clear. You can see that. All right, and all you do is you just go into the app, open up where you want to open up. Okay, so I'm in the Cross Stitch magazine now, and then if you press on it, okay, it brings up this down here. All right, now I'm going to go back because I don't want to show you that. So it brings that up down there, and when you press on it, there's a little share button. If you press on share, okay, and I'm just going to put the cover over this so you can't see it. Let me do this. How am I going to do this? Oh, went out of it. Just bear with me for a second. I'm just trying to do it without sharing the... Okay, so when you do that, okay, can you see there? It comes up with a little thing for print. Okay, it'll come up with all the pages, but it'll come, the page that I've already got open, which was the mandala, will come up. So basically you just press print and it'll print out on an A4 sheet this size. Okay, and that's how you print them out. And that is, like, my eyesight's pretty bad, but I can see that. And if I've got my magnifiers on it, it's even better. Alternatively, what you can do, you can actually screenshot it. Okay, so I've actually saved a screenshot of the mandala so to show you. Okay, so you can just screenshot it, and what you can do is you just go down to the bottom and you've got all your edit functions down here. Okay, and we'll pretend that this is the chart, and when you open it up, you can open it up and you've got onto the paint thing, and you've got a little pen there, and that means that you can, like, draw on it. So you can see there I can scribble on it. right? So basically what you do on the chart is you just put the dots. So if you've got a, say you've got a stylus, you can just enlarge the picture first before you open up your edit function, and then basically you can just dot out what you've done, and then at the end of it you just press save. Now the one thing I will say, if you're using your tablet, now I'm not going to say that, it'll, if I go out, it says do you want to save or anything like that. So as soon as you go to click out of it, that will come up on your tablet. I don't know about iPhones or iPads, but on a Samsung tablet this will come up, and then you can press save or discard. So if I discard that, I've got messages coming through, you can see all of my scribble has gone off it. So that is one way that you can use the app. And I just, that was just a screenshot that I did. I just took my screenshot and it saved into my gallery, and that's where it's at. So it makes it super easy to use it on there. So then you can enlarge it to as big as you want, and without it blowing out too much. Now, as far as I know, it doesn't blow out that bad, and like, so I'm just going to show you a corner. I have enlarged it to as big as I can go. All right, so there you can see there. So if you enlarge it and then you take that screenshot, then you can work that section, and then you can just mark out the things. But I wouldn't necessarily enlarge it that big. I would probably have maybe, like, even just the whole thing you can see pretty well. I can't show you that, but you can see pretty well. And if you've got an iPad, you know that what you can do. But yeah, you can enlarge it big enough so you can see it and all the rest of it. But printing it off, it is really easy to do. You just tap down the bottom of the screen and there's a little share icon. You hit that share icon and it comes up with share, but it'll only share the link. It won't share, it'll share the link to Readly, to the magazine. So you've got to purchase it through, purchase the subscription to it and all the rest of it. So hopefully that helps you with the Readly app. Now, because I don't want to show the images and all the rest of it, I can't really do it as a Flosstube extra, like one of the ladies asked me. I can't really do it as a Flosstube extra because it will bring up the charts and everything when I press on it. So that is the best that I can do for that. If I find a way around where I don't have to show you everything, then I'll have to work out some editing magic, basically. Let me work on it. If you want more about it, let me work on it. The other thing too with Readly as well is you can actually just press down the bottom. Let me just get to a page that I can share. So you can see down the bottom here, it's got that little page there. If I hit on that little page, that will just bring up the article. Okay, a hive of activity. So that will bring up the part that goes before it. Okay, so and then you can just read it as a standalone article. Okay, so it has the picture, then it goes onto the chart. So that is another thing that you can do as well. So you can go in there and then you can just, yeah, you can't print from that function though. You can only print from the way I showed you. But if you just wanted to read that article, basically it brings up the picture and then it's got all the information there about why she designed it and all the rest of it. So it's brilliant. It's a brilliant app. I love it. So I typed in the world of cross stitching and it's pretty much brought up all the... So that's part of my subscription. I've paid $12 for the month, American. It's about $16 to $18. I know it's no more than $20 for the month. And I've got all those magazines, and that's going back to 2018, 17. It goes back as far back to November 2014. Okay, so you can see there's a bit of a theme there, teddy bears. So you can see there that they're all available to me, the whole magazine. So I just click on one and it will basically open up. There we go, it's starting to open up. There you go. And then I can just read it. Yeah, like so. And that's it. So if you haven't looked at it, I'm not associated with them. I think it's absolutely fabulous. It works a lot better into my budget. I've got access, because when I go to the news agency, I sometimes want to buy quilting magazines, sewing magazines, embroidery magazines, cross-stitch magazines. Like, there's a ton of magazines that I want to buy. Now I just pay that one fee, which is the equivalent of buying one magazine here in Australia, because some of them are anywhere from $18 to $25 is the most expensive one that I've purchased. I can get Molly Makes on there and all the rest of it. The only thing that I miss out on is the stuff on the front cover. If they're in the news agency, you sometimes get a little present on the front. And, like, to be honest, most of the time I give them away as giveaways, or I give them to friends as gifts, or I don't do them at all and they sit in the drawer and collect dust. So it's very rare that I will actually do one. And at the end of the day, Savannah works at a news agency, and when they do their cast-offs, she sometimes brings that stuff home for me for giveaways and all the rest of it. So that's why you guys still end up with it. So, yeah, if you haven't checked out the Reedly app, check it out. Like, it is amazing. That has saved me so much money, and a lot of, I wish I could afford, because I try to keep myself within a budget and not spend too much money and all the rest of it, because my husband does enough for both of us. Instead of going to the news agency and, one, either overspending because you grab all the magazines, or two, you have remorse because you can't afford it, you know, or you've got a really strict budget. Like, I'm lucky, I don't really have a strict budget. This is something that I put on myself. So if ever times get tough, I'm not in that mindset of buying and spending all the time. And sometimes, you know, like, I'll save up, and then sometimes I've saved up for months, and then I'll just go on a big spending spree and all the rest of it. So this has really helped to work into my budget. And, you know, it's $20. Like, I'd spend that in a week on coffee. I don't buy coffees for that reason. So yeah, so basically that's worked in really well, and I've got access to all the magazines because, and let's face it, a lot of time you buy a magazine and then excuse me, you have the intention of stitching it and you never get around to it. This way I can go through the magazine. I don't have piles of magazines cluttering up my house, so I'm, you know, not getting all the paper. So I'm helping with my way of helping with the environment is not having all those magazines, purchasing them. Two, I'm not contributing to the clutter of the house. Three, I can just print off the patterns that I like and put them in a folder. And sometimes, you know, you buy a magazine, you like it on the cover, and then your closer inspection later on down the track, not so much. So this way I'm not wasting my money on a magazine that my friends will be disappointed, because I do pass those magazines on, but this way I can actually just print off what I want. So I seen that Jurian Jones Mandela one and just had to have it. It's absolutely beautiful, and so I'm going to stitch that up. And yeah, so that's where I'm sort of at the moment. All right, so need a drink. On that note, we're going to move on from that. We actually have had a giveaway, and we have a winner. So the giveaway was for a project bag and a thread bed made in this gorgeous fabric here. Okay. It is 15 inches by 10 inches high. It fit, like, I've got one that I've got my Hades and stuff in. I don't have all the floss in there because I have them in, you can see up next to those black ones there, I've got the little containers. They have their own individual container, and then they've got a picture on the front. So I don't keep all the floss in with it, but it does fit all the bits and pieces that you need for it. So basically, this giveaway is going to the lucky winner, drum roll please, to Bronwyn Julian. I think that's how you pronounce your name. So I have contacted you and let you know that this is on the way. So congratulations, hun. Thank you so much for being part of the channel and commenting and being part of our giveaways. And Bronwyn is a regular on the channel. She's here all the time. So I was super excited that it went to someone that is a regular visitor. I will get that in the mail for you at some stage, either Monday or Tuesday. And yeah, and then you will have your very own project bag. All right. Now, speaking of giveaways, I forgot. There it is. Okay. Forgot to bring the other one in. All right, so if you've been on the channel and you do sewing or you watch all my videos and all the rest of it, you will know that I just recently done this tablet iPad cover zipper with a front pocket. Okay, so You can see that there. It's got a front pocket. It's all lined, and we've got a zipper tabs up the top, and it fits a tablet. But this could also be used fully lined, and it's got handles. But this could also be used as a project bag. I was looking at it the other day. It could definitely be used as a project bag. So this is going to be September's giveaway. Okay, this exact bag. This was the bag that I made. So if you want to see how it was constructed, you've got to head over to the video. It's carded up here. Okay, and you can watch that. You can make some for yourself. But one lucky viewer will be in the running for this. So basically, all I want you to do is put down in the comments down below. And this is for the month of September. Okay, so you've got a whole month to enter. Part of the conditions to enter the the competition, excuse my voice, is there's a Google form down below. Please fill that in with all your details, so when I draw your name out, I can just go and look you up, and then I can get it into the mail. I don't have to chase anybody up, and then you get a lovely surprise, especially if you don't come back all the time. All right, so this has got foam in it. And so it can be used for your tablet. You would have seen, if you go and check out the video, you can see me put my tablet and my keyboard in, and all the rest of it, my Bluetooth keyboard. It's also, as I said, it's got a zipper pocket at the front, which is lined. It's in this gorgeous sewing fabric. Okay, it's got all your notions, and it's got a little bit of handle. It measures, let me just measure that. It measures, I can't remember off the top of my head, 11.5 inches this way, and it is 7 inches high. Okay, so it is a decent size little project bag. Now my coat's falling off. And yeah, so what I would like you to put down in the comments is, let me just think, spring has sprung. Okay, just put that phrase down there. Spring has sprung. And that way you can go into the draw for this, and I will be drawing the winner on the 30th of September, and I will announce that on the following Flosstube. So you have to be in it to win it. Fill out the Google form and get your entry in, and good luck, everybody. I'm looking forward to seeing what you write down below, how to work spring has sprung into a into a sentence. And I'm not making it easy for you, am I? So only those that are committed will enter into the competition. It's a great little bag. It's boxed as well, so it's got plenty of room in there as well. So it might only look small. It actually has plenty of room. Now, for those that don't sew and want to be able to purchase one of these will be a new item into our handmade series, so you can use it as a tablet cover. The new one will actually be slightly bigger to accommodate for the most average size. This one I made so my tablet would fit into it, but I've also got a case that I'm going to put my tablet into and make it to those dimensions, so it will be slightly bigger than this one, but this still makes a great little project bag. And they're small too, to just fit on a shelf. Like, they fit nicely on these shelves as well, and because it has the foam in it, it stands up, and because it does have the foam in it, it will be it is a little bit more expensive than my project bags, because the foam is a little bit more expensive. But don't forget to leave a comment down below, and you have to be in it to win it. All right, that is it for me. Going forward with plans and all the rest of it, it's just mostly heart hanger and cross stitch, and just trying to get my 2019 ones cleared off the deck. But that's it for me today. I didn't realize I was going to talk for an hour, but anyway, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for taking time out of your day. And as I said at the beginning of the video, if you're new here and you've lasted this long, you need to hit that subscribe button and give me a thumbs up down below. You can see the tip jar is rolling across the screen right now. Drop me a tip. All that money goes towards the channel, so whether it's to buy giveaways, to upgrade tech, or anything like that. At the moment, I'm in the process of saving up for a couple of cameras and a switchboard, so I can start doing live tutorials and stuff like that. It's going to take a little while. It's a little bit of dosh. It's going to take a little bit, and I like to save things up. I don't get things on credit or anything like that, so you can help contribute to that by dropping a tip in the tip jar, and I do appreciate anybody that has. A lot of people have been giving me tips, but they don't want to be mentioned on the channel, so that's why I haven't mentioned anybody. But anybody that wants to be mentioned, just give me a thumbs up in the little message that you can leave, and I can say thank you to you. All right, that is it from me. Have a great week, everybody. Happy stitching, stay safe, and I'll see you all again next time. Bye for now.